pay taxes on Wednesday? Yeah. In terms of economic policy, let's talk about that for a second.
Let's talk about this in plain English. There is a lot of learned discourse about the Federal Reserve, our monetary masters, and about the likelihood or not of a rise in our now invisible interest rates set by federal dictate, zero, right? So when will they raise rates? When will they not raise rates? Oh, I think the fact we should ponder is that, as a question, why is it that the prospect of a rise in a money market interest rate of 1/4% sets finance on its ear?
Right.
Why are things 6.5 years after the fall of Lehman Brothers so precarious that we're talking about the consequences of a rise in 1/4%? To me, it speaks to the failure of the massive intervention of the post-Lehman era. It speaks to the failure of federally manipulated prices and asset values. What we are seeing is a demonstration of the inefficacy of price control. Now, they don't call it price control, but the Federal Reserve is in the business of muscling around stock, real estate, and bond prices. It asserts so. It is in the business of virtually fixing short-dated interest rates like the so-called federal funds rate. How about an experiment with capitalism? I would like to see this from our Republican contenders. Let us turn back over to the capital markets, towards individuals acting in markets, the right to set prices through what they call price discovery rather than price imposition. So the administration of our prices from the Washington, D.C., to me, is the issue in the background. It's certainly not something that I think Hillary is likely to embrace, but the Republicans should come out and say, can we not please restore capitalism to our finances?
Right, which is why Rand Paul, is part of his campaign, is audit the Fed.
Right. What Rand Paul also needs to stop shushing women. That's the first thing for Rand Paul. Women will suffer many things, but not condescension.
Yeah, it's true. No. Let's assess the field. We're going to hear from Marco Rubio probably tomorrow. We'll hear from Hillary any moment now.
Always. We'll hear from Hillary constantly.
That's right.
I'm not convinced by this, mentee turning on his mentor, that is Rubio, getting into the race against Jeb Bush, who created Rubio. I think they could be working quietly together. Rubio knows he's not going to get the nomination this time, but he might look really good as a vice president, even though he comes from Florida. He can't run again for the Senate under Florida rules, so, his future is very open. He's very talented. He can deliver a lot of Hispanic support, evangelical support. I think that would be a nice present to Jeb Bush.
All right, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, the one thing to watch for the week ahead or weeks ahead on Sunday Morning Futures from our panel. Stay with us.